Hey guys, Edward here. So there was a question from Alex, and also other guys probably face the same issue when you are using your Windows in different language than English. Your months also returned in like German or Spanish or Chinese, it doesn't matter. And there was a question of how to handle it, where there is already a reply from Clayton, which is like quite straightforward in terms of implementing. After you have the string, you just need to copy and paste it into um, advanced editor. But in case that we assume that this is not a date but something else what is not predefined, or in case that we would not have this advanced answer, still to keep the idea that you don't need any coding for doing these things, I decided to record another video where I also promised to Alex, where I would show how to do it without any programming skills. So let me quickly show you how it looks like. Here is the studio, and the first thing I would do is I would add one more additional value into the workspace, and we can call it like month now or something like that. And what I will do is I will use a formula of to return me just a number equivalent of month now. So now is May, so it is 5th month, and that's the only thing we need. To add this variable into the StudioX, we need to rename it here. So I would just add here a name. It will be month now, and press enter. So now whenever you click here, you can also refer to this cell via name, not only via absolute address. I save it, I close the file, and now the very first thing, let's have a look if it is added. So I would use the message box to show this month now thing. So let me quickly drag and drop. All right. And now we can go here, date, and our value is already added here. Let's run and have a look. So here is the result. It gives us 5 as was mentioned in the file itself. I close the file, and now what we would build is we would build the switch activity. So I will go and add switch activity, which, depending on the month which we just defined, will give us the month in text. So I find again month now, and then we would create it. Okay, so it expects value in string. We can change it also to integer. So I change it to integer here on the properties, and now it expects number. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up to 12. So we will create all the months, and then in every time you would run the code, it would go and check what month it is now, and it would return the month back in a word. So what I will do is, I would just, to simplify, I would do a message box everywhere. You drag and drop message box, and you write exactly what you want to get there. So in our case, it can be January. Okay, then I copy and paste, and I would in every I would say, okay, February. I forgot that we don't need, I more get used to regular studio, so we don't need this quotation marks. January, February, March, April, May, etc. I will not go to all 12, I think you got the logic. And for May, since this is the one which we are going to use, I would also add the activity select. So you see how it works. Select, indicate. Okay, we need application scope, so let's do it. I would add it about the switch, or let's add it inside the switch. So here I would take it in, I would indicate the application. Here is my browser, and here is my target. So this is the target, and instead of writing the value, it's still selecting, yeah, I would here hit plus and get text, and then we can have here also May. That's it. And now if I run the code, so what we have is we have only switch. Of course later you can have an application container on the top level. This is not the best practice to have it in each and every cell, but this is not the purpose of this exercise. I just want to show you how you can use switch together with the together with the workspace file. So workspace file, you can add any variable. Here I combine the formulas and I rename this to needed name. And now if I run, we will see that this will show the message box May. I will hide the table, and when I press OK, it would select May here. So this is the solution. As you can see, you don't need any coding. You just need to have some Excel formula. If you don't need to refer to current month but to something else, you can also do so. But the main point of this was to show you how to use switch. So in case I just hard code here something else, or if I would provide here any other value, it can go to month 4, month 3, etc. So for example, if now I go to workspace and instead of formula I would write here 3 and save, when I run the code it would show me March in the message box. Here we go. So this is how it works. If any questions, don't hesitate to write it here down or get in touch. Good luck. Bye.